comes to approaching girls in the gym, it's definitely something I would recommend doing. There's a few reasons why, I guess. The first reason is that obviously, you're in the gym, she's also in the gym, you obviously find her attractive, why wouldn't you approach? You might as well take that opportunity because, it's a public space. Day game isn't just restricted to the streets or cafes and bars or malls, shops, that kind of thing. It's any public location, so gyms are included in that. So yeah, you happen to be there and it's a public place, so yeah, that's reason enough to try and do it, I would say. And also, a lot of gym girls are very attractive, let's be honest. So you don't want to be restricting yourselves to only approaching girls in certain locations and not in other locations. You want to be a well-rounded individual. So yeah, definitely I would encourage guys to approach in gyms. But yeah, obviously for a lot of guys it's quite intimidating and it feels maybe a bit uncomfortable because for some guys it's a case of not wanting to shit on your own doorstep, especially if it's a regular gym that you're going to regularly. You don't want to be that guy that's going around chatting up all the girls and then build up a reputation, and then maybe some people there might think you're a bit weird, especially if you get rejected. But and that is actually a legitimate concern, because obviously if you did come across a bit weird, then it's obviously going to have a potentially negative social effect on you, so you have to be actually aware of that. But that shouldn't prevent you from doing it de facto. Obviously, it depends how you do it. If you do it well, and even if you get rejected, it's still positive, it's still net positive, and you feel good for doing it as well. So yeah, definitely would encourage you to do it. So the question is, how do you do it? What's the best way to go about doing it? The first question I think is to ask is this a gym that you are going to regularly? Or is it just a gym that you're just going to be at for like maybe a week or two, and so it doesn't really matter if you sort of like burn the place out a bit. Building up a reputation maybe doesn't matter that much. If it's the latter case where you're only there temporarily, it doesn't matter too much the approach itself. You can go a little bit more direct at the beginning, state your intentions and see how it goes. I would still recommend going in indirect with your opener and going in a bit subtle at the beginning. But if it's a gym that you go to regularly, you're going to want to build a bit of a relationship with the girl, even on just a friendly basis at the beginning, because that way it's a lot more calibrated rather than getting your intentions across right at the beginning. And yeah, you get to know each other a bit more. She feels more comfortable with you. And it's a much better way to do it, because you're both, because it's not like you only have that one opportunity to see the girl and that's it, kind of like on the street or in most other public locations. That you're probably going to see the girl again multiple times in the future, so you have that advantage. So that's where you use that to your advantage. So you want to kind of start off subtle, get to know each other on a kind of relatively platonic basis, I would say, at the beginning, and then kind of gradually increase the intensity, the sexual intensity, as well as getting a bit more personal with the girl. So in terms of how you actually go about doing that, I've got an example here of an infield clip of me approaching a girl in the gym. In this clip, unfortunately there's no audio, so I'm just going to have to kind of narrate what's actually happening. But in this clip, I actually go up to this girl, asking her how many sets she has on the machine, as kind of like my opening line, if you like. Now, I would recommend this as a good opener because it's very, very socially calibrated. It's what a lot of people say, all over any gym. It's a very, very common question, so it's not unexpected in any way. But obviously, it's not like you just ask how many sets that you've got left and you just end the conversation. You use that as your starting point. And it depends if you actually want to genuinely use the machine or not. So that, in this case, I actually did want to use the machine after her anyway. So I asked her, like, how many sets have you got left, and then started a conversation from there. But even if you don't want to use the machine, after her, you can still ask that as an opener, unless there's something else you can think of, which is maybe relevant and situational. So yeah, I genuinely wanted to use the machine, so I asked her how many sets she got left. She, comes up with an answer. I wait for her to do her set, and then afterwards, I pretty much start off the conversation just by talking about the actual machine itself. So I just commented on the fact that I felt like the machine was a bit stiff, or it wasn't quite what I was used to compared to most other kind of chest fly machines. And the thing is, how you actually start off the conversation, the actual topic itself, doesn't really matter that much. It's just something that comes up in the moment, and it's something that's relevant to that situation, which it kind of was. So it doesn't have to be like some really amazing conversation topic to start off with. It's just something really bland and ordinary is absolutely fine, because the idea is, as with any kind of situational or indirect opener, is you want to transition into getting more personal with her. So that's pretty much what I did. So I started talking about the machine and the chest machine, how it feels a bit stiff, and then I asked her, is that what you're doing? And then I probably just talked about the fact that she knows a lot about chest, working out the chest or working out in general. And I asked her if she's been working out a long time, and then I asked if she's lives locally in the area. And all of a sudden it's transitioning into getting a bit more personal about her. So then I find out about where she's from. I think she's Portuguese or something, and and then it kind of becomes more like a normal interaction. But yeah, generally speaking, you can start off a conversation like that, and you don't need to do any flirty stuff, sexual intense stuff. You don't need to do any of that stuff for an initial conversation. It's literally just just starting off, just speaking about anything, something relevant to an exercise or a machine or the way they're working out or the way you're working out. Even asking for advice can be a thing as well. Because sometimes you might see a girl and they're not actually on a machine. They could just be working out the abs or something on a mat, and you can go up to them as well. But obviously don't go up to them while they're actually in the middle of working out. Wait for them to actually finish their set before actually approaching them and speaking to them, because otherwise it's just a bit of a bad vibe. So that's kind of how I would recommend doing it. It's just starting off very, very, very subtle and very, very friendly at the beginning. So it's not about having an agenda. Even if you only have a 1-minute conversation with the girl, that's absolutely fine for an initial thing. Because later on you'll develop more rapport with the girl, and the next time you see her you can say hi, you can just keep speaking to her, talk to her about something else, be like, oh hi, how's it going, it was good to chat to you last time, blah blah blah, and then just kind of go from there, build a bit of a connection with the girl. So that's how to do it. I mean, in theory, you can ask her out on the first interaction, and that's actually what I did in this interaction. But yeah, you don't have to. You can do it, leave it for the next time. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, that's what I recommend. Just taking it really slowly and just seeing how it goes. Get a real feel for the vibe. See if she's actually genuinely showing interest in you. That's the best way to go about it, I think. If she's working out, let's say doing cardio or something quite intense, like on one of the bicycle machines or on the treadmill or something, I just wouldn't approach her. Just don't even do it. Either wait till they're finished and they're doing something a bit more chilled out, or just don't do it basically. Because yeah, the thing is, you do have to come across a bit empathetic in the sense that you don't want to be someone who's disturbing them, because girls might feel disturbed if they're in the middle of some intense cardio workout and you're just coming along trying to have a chat. It's just silly. But if they're doing something else, something resistance based, and they're finished their set and they're having a little rest, then that's a good time to go in. So that's what I'd recommend. But the main thing is, just do it. Don't be intimidated by the environment. Don't worry about the fact that it's a gym, because there's a lot of attractive girls in gyms, and most girls that go to gyms, in my experience, are very, very friendly and sociable. Cheers for watching. If you'd be interested in one-to-one coaching with me, where we'll go out in public and work on you approaching girls, or more generally with your social confidence, please visit my website ed-game.com.